Come on in. Come listen to what I have to say. Because y'all got a lot going on. And I understand that y'all don't like certain individuals, right? And because you don't like certain individuals, you want me to play a game. This game that y'all playing with these celebrities. Listen, y'all can't figure out if y'all want to suck they eggplant or if you want to set them up. Don't put me in the middle of y'all confusion. I understand that y'all is reaching, right? And all I want to say is this. If somebody feel like they got to compete with me in a roundabout way, trying to dig at me, then you not as popping as you think you is, bruh. Let me tell you something. It shows a lot about someone's character when they can't just put it in the air where it's fair. If you got a problem, why you acting like a itch? Why you acting like a itch? Like why you sneak dissing? The problem is I hit a nerve. I know so much about your stuff, bruh. When you get on my bad side, you know what I do? I start saying a whole bunch of stuff that I want to happen to you. Don't get it twisted. Now somebody said, I thought she said she wanted to work for Boosie. It was a joke. Do you think that I'm going to drive somewhere to go deliver a dude a Coca-Cola? Now you're to put me and him together because everything he seems to do, y'all want to feel like it's a jab at me because he ain't donate. I don't care about nothing that's going on with his business unless God want me to. You understand? Y'all feel like he is something to be scared of. Like I'm supposed to be scared of Boosie? Let me tell you something. There's a lot of things that made me tremble in life, but Boosie ain't air one. Y'all don't realize, right? Turn it on. Get some funny, y'all. That when I'm not producing content, I am working spiritually. You don't seem to get that. Y'all don't seem to get that. Y'all want to sit here and find something to make money off of, and you feel like my aggression towards somebody is worthy content. Y'all can't figure out if I like somebody, if I don't, because all I'm doing is talking. That's y'all. You like that? You like that? Because y'all will do anything for some money. I don't give a damn about what he bought his mama. Do y'all understand that? I keep saying, leave me out of your rituals that you're doing on these celebrities. One dude already said he don't want me in his ritual no more because that is what he believes is the reason that is stopping it. Do you understand? So if y'all want these celebrities so bad, why you put my name in front of whatever you're doing? Then you say stuff like he's talking about ether, 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 ether. He don't want to donate to ether. Why you want me to crash out so bad? Do you understand that when I crash out, things change drastically? I can't even drive to get my child something to eat without having to listen to these okatafos spiritually. And I'm tired of it. If it's not y'all sitting here talking about what you want to borrow from a reading, you're sitting here talking about make it go viral, which is AKA for silent because you're about to suck on a fat one. And you don't want it in a reading. Them ain't my type of readings. Then y'all sitting up there talking about enchanting and charming all of these celebrities. You want to see if it work, but either don't need to know, but you're saying my name go. Make it make sense. I don't care about what is taking place with him, what he buy his mama. I don't care. Now I said it. Leave my name off of any spell, witchcraft, anything that you're doing on any one of these celebrities. Leave it off of me. Don't add me in nothing. Don't put nothing that you feel is a symbolism of ether on none of y'all altars. Because I'm going to come through and knock it all down. Spiritually. Let me tell you something. They hoping that y'all do this. Do you understand that? My work is done in that genre. You just need about 2 weeks before you understand what you done got yourself into. Just 2. I'm saying I know my expertise. I know my capabilities at this point in my life, spiritually and otherwise. I don't have to prove myself to Nair Ninja, male or female. I know what I have stated is facts, and all my facts come to pass. Do you understand that? That means y'all have signs and y'all have bore witness to all of my facts that I've presented here on this channel. Every last one of y'all. Y'all know around the time of my first viral video, right? I'm talking about the one that went viral in Asia, right? Somebody told me that I don't need to read for the public, that I just need to read privately. And the reason why she said it in the comment section when I had it open, y'all seem to think I get all kind of stuff. Nobody played in my comments like that. The worst they did was put coding in there for each other. Are you of the light? Are you of the dark? They weren't coming through saying, oh, this is not accurate, da, 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 da. When it was beef with Reader and Reader, they used my comment section to give each other's messages. Give each other messages. Do you understand that? My platform is not for that. I shut my comment section down because of my viewers, because of the drastic stuff that was taking place in their lives. They didn't need to scroll to the comments and see someone that just want to be seen telling what they think is happening to someone else that they did something to. Do you understand? I said, BG, why are you playing with me? Why you got me attempting to fix your mistake? That's what I told God. Because that's how mad some of y'all make me. I said it's a whole bunch of people that do not appreciate nothing spiritually. The only thing they understand is pockets. And it's not until it affects those pockets that they understand what's taking place spiritually. And it's not until then. People in the spiritual community understand that. Practitioners of all kind understand that. This is common knowledge in the spiritual community on all levels except the beginner level. Because the beginner level comes in and says, I'm going to try this. Leave all kind of spiritual gates and doors open. Make all kind of mistakes. And then decide it's not real. Try to put it in your house. Put it on their children, your children. Anything to get rid of it. Some people that have lapsed on the membership, right, for whatever reason, have already heard what is taking place somewhere else. Do y'all understand? I got members that don't want to have psychic gifts. These is a mixture of professional people and others. Do y'all understand that? They don't want to be sitting in their office at a register and hear somebody complaining about their baby daddy. Do you understand that? This is always one that says, well, she can give them to me. You want them? I'll give them to you then. You want some spiritual gifts? Talk is cheap. They don't come without consequences, though. Let me ask one of my members behind the scene if they would like for me to transfer one of their spiritual gifts onto you, the ones that they don't like. Let's see what they say. When they start talking about binding and of their finances, I'm gonna go to the financial tier and see which one of my members want you to take their financial blessing. Oh, it's real. A blessing is both good and a bad thing, right? A blessing means you had to go through something before you inherited whatever you got. Common knowledge, right? Blessings don't just trickle out the sky like y'all think. That means you had to go through something to get it first. A blessing means it comes from the sky without doing absolutely nothing. Do you understand that? This dude over here that uses a female voice when he communicates spiritually. Half of this stuff is self-induced. Do y'all understand that when Scotty wants to beam me up, this is what he's experiencing? Voices, a psychosis, as he calls it. He's not old enough and not torn and worn out enough for you to see him walking down the street, filthy, talking to himself. Not yet. One is 23 and one is 26. These old knocks, those ones. She wants you to understand that that is her talking to you. So now you understand that she one of mine. So stop saying spiritually, my team, Shakti, because they don't like none of y'all. They don't like none of y'all. Because they all sitting in the room together. This one think every time I turn on the camera, I'm talking about what she doing in her sister's house, apartment project. Y'all sitting here watching all of this stuff take place. This person in a hearing, this person got a CASE, this person locked up, this one got the USCA put on him. And now everybody talking about, I think he go both ways. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff. You got some trying to make people go both ways, experimenting. All kind of spiritual manipulation taking place. I told y'all that y'all was going to bear witness. The thing about it is the ones that's showcasing it not making no money like they think they is. You. You keep going to your stats, looking at your views. Why you not looking at the estimate amount? Let's get that. Y'all want to show y'all stats. You want to show the views. You showed it before. One of y'all made a whole video not realizing that your views don't match your pockets. For people that got genuine views that had that view count, know that don't equal that. Y'all be making all kind of mistakes. I ain't got to pull no cards. I'll always be just sitting chilling, right? And when you got somebody trying to spiritually manipulate somebody, and this person already separated already, because that's the way I know some voodoo done been did on them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in that house, and I didn't say it. Listen, I'm not protecting, covering nobody for free. When you went and you secured that counsel like I told you was gonna do, you paid. I feel like for those that are in the genre that I'm in, specifically readers, I gotta stand. I gotta stand because a lot of people don't understand that you take on their energy when you deal these cards. This is why you see readers with Sage, Palo Santos. They don't want it on you. If you're an ascended reader, it's worse. When you reading and you don't know that there's a whole plane, a whole realm where if something wanted to listen to you and block you, it could? When you start mixing up stuff in the pot, you say, well, it's just tools. As an ascended being, it's not just tools. It's like hit or miss. I think it worked. This is how they come in with no training. I think it worked. I did something and I got some money. When y'all start putting names on candles and binding people with hemp cords, you went up a level there. You understand? So now you're communicating with something else. You ought not do it to me, because then you'll be making a big mistake. I I have to take a stand because readers are not respected. They're not. If you are a skilled reader, whether if you are intuitive or not, when you read for certain people, you should be paid your worth. Because some are not just readers, they're healers. I know because it come out in my readings. They don't realize that they're taking on someone else's energy because they don't know how to properly clean themselves. When you're ascended being, sage is not going to, you might as well not even buy it no more. It's a waste. I have not burned any sage in Palo Santos in 2 to 3 years. The Big G had me do a ritual, yes. Because first, let me tell you something. Ritualistic practices is like getting up and brushing your teeth, putting your drawers and socks on. So don't try to take it where it's not. I say ritualistic, I say ritual because it applies to several different things. An intellectual person is not going to always jump to spells. Sometimes you do rituals to clean yourself, like bathe. You understand? I'm not going to tell you what I did verbatim, since he likes that word, because then that's too much of my business. You'll be trying to do it too, and it's not for you. If you want to know what's for you, you could book with me. That's not hard. Y'all sitting up here saying nobody right with. Let me tell you something. Before I got in this position here, I had readers donating to me. It's not no big thing. What? Y'all don't know who can see me and who can't. You don't know who support me and who don't. You just don't know. You don't know if someone didn't like me in the beginning and love me right now, because I'm the only one that can tell them what they're going through. No one ascended the way I did, and it is for a reason. Just like no one ascended the way they did. Do y'all understand that? Y'all got to understand. Hear me out. The other readers. I'm talking about the professional ones. What I do is spiritual 24/7. When I say I work in my sleep, I am not capping. When I get in certain places, y'all, physically and spiritually, I encounter different types of energy. If somebody all the way over there in another verse, another world, is sitting there saying stuff, yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Y'all don't want to be able to tune in like that. Some of y'all don't need it. You already tapped in a different way. You don't need to be able to hear stuff in other planes of existence. Don't request it, because the ones that I know that have it don't want it. And I know why. When you have a position like mine's, it wasn't no big thing for me to say I'm an angel, that I'm a cherub, which you know is a cherubim. It wasn't no big thing for me to say it. You know why? Because that's what I am. To me, it's just like when y'all say I'm a tarot reader. I'm a tarot reader. I'm a high priestess. I'm a witch. Even self-proclaim or not, this came from God's mouth, not someone else's. So I have no choice but to accept my truth. You know what I said to God? Why you make me a cherub? Why couldn't it just been a seraphim? Why I had to ascend to become an archangel seraphim? Because to me, those the ones right there. Why you couldn't make me a Satan? You know what I'm saying? It's just an example. Because I understand that those are archangels. The average people don't. I know that they're good men, angels, amongst other things. I know this for a fact. If any one of these ones that y'all say I should fear, I, look, my logical brain says I should fear you more than one of them. Do you understand that? I don't. I absolutely do not. But I'm just telling you, because some of y'all running around here with big toys and stuff. You know, you like to brandish them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You want people to fear you. That's the only way you could take me out physically. But you gotta pull it out first. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get to it first, though. And that's where the big boys come in at. You catch my drift? See, that's why I don't need to fear them. I have to be like this. I have to be like this. Let me tell y'all why. Because if I was not in this position, do you know what some of these dudes would be trying to do to women, children, young girls? Do you understand? These ones got their panties in a bunch. These dudes, because they feel like I should do something for free while not wanting it public. When I already did freebies. I'm not that type like, oh girl, get on Instagram and offer these celebrities free readings. I'm not finna do that. Mm-mm. Y'all know what I'm talking about. She was offering free readings and some thighs spread. All they gotta do is look at her. Is her belief. She gonna get somebody husband. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't one of them. Look, let me tell you something. When I hopped up on the gram and I'm sitting here minding my own business, and somebody say in the comment section when I had it open, right, the games people play on the gram, buy views. I said, let me click on this. I click on it and I see sassafras and friends. Yeah, because with him, For it to work, you gotta be a follower. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, that's how a lot of people know there's no capping when I say they be buying views. Y'all know that. Because y'all see them right next to your picture. Udis didn't think Ether was going to see it. He slid off in my comment section too. You know what I'm talking about? Sassafras and friends. Let me tell you something. If I was like them, if I was so worried about my image, y'all wouldn't even know nothing. It'll say 150,000 views. I want the God package. Top of the line. Y'all know what I'm talking about? If I just wanted to save face and, run around here and act like my channel is thriving, look, it's evidence. You know what I'm talking about? Psst, everybody that been there to buy views and to check and see who's on there, know you're on there. Sassafras and friends. Maybe. Look, hey, y'all remember when I did that video? I said this what your candle gonna look like is somebody doing spliff go on you, right? How many candles y'all see like that? Everybody, their mama seen that video, right? Everybody, their mama said, yeah. So why y'all acting like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't help you. You sure you know what you was doing? Let me tell you something. In that period, I'm something else. When I was doing that, I'm something else. And I ascended from there too. Every place I'm an archangel, but I'm telling you, it's like putting a cinnamon on top of the sugar of the donut. Oh, I was backing them off me. You know what I'm talking about? When I said I deal in the line of protection, I meant every last word. And here I am. Not only was I in the lines then, it was all kind of Hogwarts, wildebeest, cougars, pumas, jaguars, all kind of ish up in there. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Homeboy is dazed and confused still to this day. Don't play with me. I had not ascended. I said, you back me in the corner, I'm gonna come out swinging. Hey, y'all already know the games that was being played on this here YouTube straights. MFers know. Don't play with me like that. If I had to earn my respect, I sure did. Even then, I sure did. Yeah, you can't stop nobody from attempting a spell, doing a craft on you. But I sure can back them up off of me though. She can't. The thing about it, when somebody got hex on them, right? And you go to a certain realm in your mind, especially if you add and on additives, and I'm not talking about pasteurized, I'm talking about party favors that, you know what I'm saying? you get a whole different other type of energy that may be yours or may not be. Now, a lot of them know that they're beings. They know they shouldn't get down like that. Plus, God said you got one more time. And, where he was coming from, he sound kind of like he meant it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes he say one more time, and you know what I'm saying? You be like, you said that 5 times ago. But when it come down to them party favors, though, you know what I'm saying? When he stop what he doing, he getting in between a cat fight and a jaguar fight. You know what I'm saying? And he say, wait a minute. Let me put my big hand and move you all out the way to address this one here. Because he always working too. You know? So now he in between the cat and the jaguar. You know what I'm saying? And he say, you got one more time. Maybe in that voice, maybe not. And you gonna and you gonna be sitting there saying, God, put me back in my body like she did. God, put me back in my body. I was just playing. I'm gonna do it this time. You think you Yeshua? You think you gonna go to sleep for 7 days because he went to sleep for 7 days, and God gonna put you back in your body? Let's see. I would tell you to hold your breath, but you ain't got no breath. Y'all know I gotta cut up because I'm not finna just make it about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what they want. That show you how calm, how I release it, man. I don't let that stuff hold stick. But the thing is, they playing with the wrong one. Look, listen. If you over there, you got something going on with any celebrity, you doing any crap, don't. These ones is already being monitored by another division of angels. Y'all don't get it that we move, man. I told this Kusi for Nino to stop calling these dudes ether. That don't make your stuff silent. It's a code they use. Ether, sassafras, ether, sassafras, and every time they say my name, I'm moving closer and closer spiritually. Keep my name out of y'all incantations, out of your word craft, out of your confusion. Y'all want people, y'all thinking, these ones think, y'all listen, some of y'all gonna end up there. Listen, they believe that everyone can hear them in certain places, and it's not. Granted, it's a lot of ascended beings, and it's a lot of beings that passed over during their ascension. And they can't tell the difference if it's a being in the body or not. They just now grasp the concept of a spirit. They're saying, well, spirits can't talk. Who told you spirits can't talk? If God want a spirit to talk, it's gonna talk. At one point, they said animals couldn't talk. And then next thing you know, you hear animals talking all the time, right? I just want to be able to be. You understand? To just be. There's so much going on right now that I could hear taking place spiritually while I'm sitting here on this live. There's other angels that hear it too, though. Not necessarily readers, practitioners, or anything else. These is males, females, women, and men that didn't necessarily know anything about any type of craft, any type of car reading, some of these people have found me because they ascended. They weren't even interested in nothing spiritually. This is how big it is. When you just laying in your bed, y'all gotta understand, when you just laying in your bed, right? I'm speaking from my perspective, my point of view, as an angel, as a cherub, right? When you just laying in your bed, and all of a sudden you hear a whole bunch of ruckus. After years of it, you know that God wants you to do something. He wants you to work, right? You don't know what he wants you to do until you act out in aggression. When you act out in aggression, then you understand. I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking about spiritually. Because some people, you get so mad at the stuff that you're hearing. Some take it levels because it'll be someone listening, an angel listening of all kinds. They're just listening and not saying nothing. So it gets more derogatory, more distasteful, more disheartening, more corrupt. It just escalates until you just can't take it no more. He's not going to tell you how to do your job. You got to figure it out. If you are a celebrity, refrain from taking your aggression out on me, because I ain't do nothing to you. Don't watch me and decide that you're going to start thinking of stuff to say to me spiritually because you done had a bad day. Or just don't watch me. I said it, and I said it because it's the truth. I know what is taking place. Don't y'all understand that? If I wanted to highlight it, I could. I don't care about no drawn up cease and desist that you create yourself. I don't care. You don't think I know how to address it? Come on now, you got to give me more credit than that. You got to give me more credit than that. If I wanted to, I could put all your business out. If you start looking at it like that, right? You wouldn't watch me with aggression. I understand that what I say is interesting. I would want to watch me too. But either have bad days too. You understand? If somebody got it out for you, hey, I done said it several different ways, man. You can't feel like you just so big that you don't need to be a member. And that's how all y'all celebrities feel. Look, I'm not finna go. I'm not finna go there with y'all. Look, I cannot empathize with you because he already done told you. Now you can sit there and act like God ain't said something to you if you want to. You're not gonna play that with me. If I wanted to say woo 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 publicly, you couldn't stop me, just like I couldn't stop them when they put my name in an incantation. You can't stop nobody from doing anything in the beginning. Yeah, in the beginning. I had to get to this point. I done told y'all. I done been sitting there and ready to go outside, get my child off the school bus and fall straight back. Boom! From a heart attack ritual. You think I'm playing about this stuff? It happened 4 times. When I left, you know what these Eastern Forces was saying about me? We finally got her. And you know why? It's because I was making more money than them. The little money that I made. When I came back an ascended angel. You know what they said? We did so much to her. God made her angel. Look at this is the audacity. You don't think my fathers was listening to that? They don't have beef with me. They got beef with the underworld. Y'all understand that? I'm not the only one that they did heart attack spells on, chakra manipulation, binding, with the attempt to mess with people's finances, all because they're making more money in the tarot community. It has been people that have walked away because of some of the stuff that was taking place with them spiritually that they did not speak about publicly. In my opinion, I didn't make enough money for somebody to try to take me out with a heart attack ritual. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't no millionaire, billionaire. I wouldn't do it at all. But what I'm saying is, I can see if I was really getting some money. I can understand someone wanting to take me out. All they knew is I was getting more views than them. They didn't know it is because of what they did is the reason why they got put in a box. Now here I am going through again. I'm not in a similar box. I'm working. You're not gonna put an angel in the same category as an Okatia. You got put there by the God, not by no ritual, because of what you did to an angel in a past life. Some people channel didn't even take off at all, and they were mad. And that's the reason why they started with other readers, because these readers came after them and ended up getting monetized. Some of y'all can understand that people will meet you with aggression because you excelled past them. You understand that? They want to know if I said 3 or 4. I said 3. It happened 4 times. One brought me to my knees. The other, I fell straight back. Like in the movie when you just fall straight back. I said, I got to get my son off the bus. Ain't nobody else here. And there's nobody to get my son off the bus. And God picked me up and I went and got my son off the bus. The second time, I was brought to my knees. I said, God, if you just get me through this. If you just get me through this. I prayed my way out of it. And while I was praying, I sent it back. I sent it back with a vengeance. And she not here no more. I know this for a fact. Don't play with me. The third time, I was going through my ascension to be a pantheon. I didn't feel not one thing. The fourth time, I didn't even know about. Imagine that. Once you ascend to become a pantheon, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's pretty self-explanatory right there. I don't need to know about it. It's when you first think it. Yeah, you you have to understand what takes place with some individuals. You hear all this talk about manifestation. This is how I manifest, right? This is my technique. Blah, blah, blah. They know it's not gonna work for you, but they want to make money. This is something that God gifted. When you do it to an angel, you lose it instantly. This is what I'm telling y'all. Y'all stop thinking that you gonna go up against angels. Like, you need to question anyone that want to do. They gotta be wanting to be an enemy to even promote anything like that. It is the belief that angels was not real for that one. Because you said she said it, and you see she was talking to something in her mind. Why y'all won't y'all stay? You couldn't figure out if she was crazy or not. You seen that she was looking up to the side, talking about what she gonna do to an angel, and something was mind tapping her. Even then, you couldn't tell. You gotta say what would be mind tapping. That means it's coming from somewhere else, something otherworldly. So why not use someone that done made a goofy mistake? Who knows? Maybe it didn't like her. This is what they do. They do it to regular people too. They tell you to get in front of the camera and say things, just like my team. They say Sarvagotita. Say Shaktiya. You know? Then we can't get it out. You start coughing and choking. Then you understand that is not saliva going down the wrong pipe. You should not mess with people. They get upset because it can happen to them. They want to be able to do it to innocent people. If they don't get a job, if they don't like you, if you don't want to give them your number, if you don't want to have sex with them, if you don't want to marry them, if you don't want to babysit, if you don't want to give them no money, yeah. If you don't want to watch their content, patronize their business, if you don't want to make a beat, put them on in the studio. Because that's how a lot of y'all come across my desk. Spiritual one. You can't figure out why you hear me. You can't figure out if you really seeing me or not. They ain't hit you with one of them. Not what they hit me with. Oh no, you wouldn't be here, bruh. I'm gonna tell you this for a fact. Let me see. Ever since then, the effects of that is healing. Is something happening here? I'm gonna tell you that every last angel been through that and worse. So they know what it was. They know how it's done. They know who did it, when it was done, even in a past life, because it has to happen more than 4 times for you to become something like me. And for those to claim that they were responsible for it, God was like, all right, okay. You sure tried. You thought that you did it. You thought you took me out. So you can take credit for it then. When I came back, they was like, oh man, they had something really going on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? They had something really going because they're supposed to be a secret society. Whoa! He didn't change his name and shut it down. Trying to figure out if he should be a member or not. He a part of the crew. He said, I done did too much to either. I'm hearing spacey stuff. He's also a part of that. Tarot is bad. Tarot is bad. Don't do it. Ain't got nothing to do with no paper. And everything to do with that spliffgamancy combo. That's what it was. If they could participate in any tantric practice, they would surely try it on you without your permission. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Wink, wink. These is the scum of the earth. Scum. I got tired. If I don't address it, it'll become bigger. It'll become bigger. If they could talk to him spiritually, they definitely would. They have tried. Y'all need to go ahead and say publicly, nah, y'all not gonna say that y'all can hear each other sometime. Y'all celebrities. They're not gonna say that I can hear Sassafras sometimes. Sassafras can hear me, I know it. Spiritually. I'm talking about celebrities, bona fide celebrities, sports players, all of that. No cap. They're not gonna say it. Up and coming, somebody that want to get famous, they ain't got no problem. The first thing they're gonna say is, I talked to Lucifer, I talked to Satan. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't them. It's somebody that said, look, just say you talked to Satan. Just say you was talking to Lucifer in that voice. We can trend, we can make it go viral in that voice. You know, and they're gonna say, really? Let's hear him, because that's what he said. Act like you Lucifer, blood, in that voice. What she call him? She call him Coop DeVille, DeVille. I'm gonna call him DeVille. I'm gonna call him DeVille. Then they feel a gush of cold wind go past their cheek. You say, man, that's Lucifer, right? Yeah. Burr. That's how they play with you, because they say we so far but yet so close. You know what I'm saying? That's why. You know what I'm saying? Y'all part of the you can't sit with us, and we are part of the you can't rock with us. You definitely can't beat us. You know what I'm saying? We're part of that circle. We don't want to sit with you. We don't want to break bread with you. We don't want to know what you cook, what you gon' cook, what you gonna eat, what you gonna wear, what your outfit of the day is. We don't care. Surely do not. Surely do not care. We don't care what he bought you for your birthday, Mother's Day. I don't care. All I'm saying is keep me out of it. You don't need to use my name before y'all start doing y'all craft. If you smart, you would stop using my name, period. Because that astral body has already been broken down to the core. Yeah. So just leave my name out of your... They ain't did it. Ain't none of them do no voodoo that work. There's somebody else that did that, and I ain't got no problems with them. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, like that. I ain't got no problems with him. I didn't excuse myself. And that's just that on that. Stop saying my name. I don't know if it's going to work or not. That's up to God. If you really wanted to get under his skin so bad because he did something to you, or you want something from him, you leave my name out of it, right? What I'm supposed to do? He don't F with me. He gonna sit there. Let me tell you something. If I start windmilling, he gonna be like, man, she crazy. I ain't feel none of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Just, seeing is believing. I'm a firm believer of that. Just, if you really about it, you just, the ones that just want to do it just to see, to irritate me or whatever, them been gone. It's y'all ones that feel like all the noise has quieted down in your region, and so now you want to poke the bear. You want to say that he's sending at me because of what he's doing in his own personal life, and I don't bit much care. I'm super irritated because where I'm at spiritually and mentally. So you just caught me at a time where I wanted to address it so I could clear the air and move on. Now, that goes for all of y'all. Whatever y'all doing, talking about, well, if we do it, it's either gonna know. Yep. Either gonna know, because that's a part of my position. Is either care? Nope. They're not my members. They're not my family. No, I don't. So now you understand that I'm gonna know because I'm supposed to know. Do I care? No, they don't rock with me. So keep my name out of any type of craft, ritual that you do on somebody else. Period. That is it.